What up? And welcome to the 100th episode of Gritty Knows Best, baby! That's right. The big 100. Who thought we'd make it here? Definitely not me. This is also the final episode of season 3. Boo, I know, lame. But, you know, we will be back September 27th, so like in a month and a half, so don't worry, we are returning. And we have a beautiful episode for you tonight. You know who it is. It's Gurfy, it's Gwiffy, 8 Slim, the big dog, the man of many names, and I am joined by two great schmize tonight. Starting off with this guy. He is a YouTube legend, a former YouTube, a former YouTube superstar, the greatest pop collector of all time, the artist formerly known as the Fuckers, Justin. We got tongue-tied. The hell?
This guy's fucking
Blah, blah, blah. Well, you're not the important part tonight, okay? It's not all about you tonight. So what? I messed up your intro because we got a bigger guest. You know what I'm saying? This guy has only been on the show one time. It's his second appearance. He is our number one supporter. Number one. Okay? And he is also the host of a podcast called Alta Red. He is Roddy.
Thank you very much.
Justin, did I call you a former YouTube superstar? I don't even know what I said during that intro.
I think you said it backwards. You said he's a former superstar and a current legend. He said he's a current legend.
It was a former YouTube legend and a current YouTube superstar.
Oh,
my shit is fried today. I don't know. It's too hot. I'm wearing this suit jacket. Oh my god! But we made it. It's here. We made it to the 100th episode.
We did.
Wow. Before we get into that, though, I have a question for Roddy that we did not get to ask you on the 6-hour special because it was just too crazy, too much going on. Have you drank your wife's breast milk yet? Because we had a whole conversation about how you wanted to start drinking breast milk again because she just had a baby. And have you been drinking it?
I think we touched on it, but yeah, I've tasted it before, and this time around, you know, with this baby, she's still pumping. I've tasted little droplets here and there, but we have the deal that when she decides to stop breastfeeding, I get that last bottle. So.
Whoa! You get the whole bottle?
Yeah, well, it's a small bottle, about 4 or 5 ounces, but it's a good little chug.
Are you gonna
I'm
drink
thinking about
it?
dipping some Oreos in it or something.
That was gonna be my question. Are you gonna drink it straight up? Are you gonna pair it with something?
Kind of thinking about that. I'm like, it's not enough for like a bowl of cereal because I think would be perfect.
Right.
But maybe just dunk a couple Oreos in there and then chug it.
I thought you're gonna put in cereal, but it's not enough. It's like a small, little bottle like this big.
Yeah, it's little 5 ounces, so less than a cup, less than a glass.
Okay, Justin, you can get down with that. You love Oreos.
I do.
And breast milk is sweeter than normal milk.
I was gonna say I don't know if the Oreos are gonna make it too sweet, just because it's already sweet as it is.
Yeah,
but
that's what I thought. But you let us know. You let us know
how
many weeks or months do you got till you think you're gonna get your bottle?
I don't know. She keeps saying she wants to stop, but I don't know. With Eileen, she went over a year, so
how
it might
old's
be
the
a
baby
couple
now?
months still. She is 8 months, almost 9 months.
Wow, you put the pictures on IG. She's getting big.
She's getting big. She's crawling around the house now. I'm plugging my fan.
I saw her with the hat on today.
Crazy shit.
It was looking
What was
good.
that?
I saw her with the hat on today.
Those pictures with the hat. Yeah, she was wearing that. It used to be Eileen's little hat. And Eileen used to never leave it on. She'd always take it off. But this baby seems to enjoy wearing it.
Now, what kind of baby? Is she a rambunctious baby? Is she calm? What kind of baby?
Way rambunctious. We can't keep her down, man.
Wow.
She's a little wilder than Eileen, I think. She's just all over the place. She's fun. And she's always yelling. And she's a fun little baby.
Justin, you could relate. You got some babies over there. How's your babies?
I got 2 meat puppies. You guys will see. And they're like 2 little kids jumping all over, crying.
You're yelling at them before the shows. Calm down over there. You're not yelling at them, but you are.
Swinging a broomstick at him and shit.
Yeah, you're not. No, Justin does not abuse his animals. Everything's fine. Don't worry about that. But we won't be able to hear them because the mic is like a condenser, right? So you won't really hear them in the background.
If they start, you'll hear it.
We'll hear them. Okay.
You'll hear them.
Okay. had to take my suit jacket off. It's already
Right
boiling
now,
up in here.
They're ripping out a box right now.
Really? And you
Yeah.
can't move your camera, right? Like we can't. Your camera's too.
No, I don't want to fuck up the whole setup.
Okay. But let me tell you this: for those that want to see the puppies, you will be seeing the puppies soon. Tonight we will be releasing the break content schedule. So when we go on break, we're going to be dropping videos every single week on the YouTube channel. And the first video is going to be Justin's puppy vlog. Wow. So you're going to see us get there. You're going to see us meet Big Jebediah with the big beard. And he was a great, nice Amish man. And we bring him back. It was a fun time.
So these are Amish dogs?
Yeah, they're Amish dogs.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
That's right.
Ah.
So they can't use electricity.
Yeah, they must be having a blast there at your place.
They were in this freaking barn. I mean, the barn was like 1,000. Like when you walked out of the barn, it was refreshing to walk into 85-degree weather. You were like, ah, it was like, wow. That thing was
so fucking hot.
They were in the
Super
office
muggy
talking
of
to
it.
them, and the guy's like, just dripping sweat. He's like wiping sweat off his head every 5 minutes. I got out of there. I was like, I can't even. I'm not going to sit here for this deal because it's a freaking hot box. Maybe that's a negotiation tactic. He's like, listen, I want you to get out of here as soon as possible. So,
Just make the decision.
yeah, make the
fast and
decision
get
very
the hell out of here.
quickly so you can get out of this box of hell here.
Maybe.
But Amish people can't have ACs?
I don't know. The guy had a cell phone.
Right, but he's conducting business.
Yeah,
So-
maybe it's because it's like communication, I guess.
Because if he has an AC in the house, why not have an AC in the barn? Maybe he doesn't spend that much time in the barn. I don't know. I want to interview the guy. First of all, because he's Amish, it'd be interesting.
What kind of cell phone did he have?
Had to be a flip
don't
phone,
even
right?
know.
Oh, you don't remember?
Like a flip phone?
That's what
Oh,
I
you
thought.
didn't see it?
That's what I
Was
pictured.
it? Where did you guys just communicate like phone calls or with text?
I think
Phone calls. Yeah, definitely phone calls because your mom was talking about. I've seen your mom call him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know if he texted you guys.
I think she texted him one time.
Okay. He has one of those
so
phones.
I was gonna say maybe it was a landline, but
He has the
it's
phone
not.
with the keyboard. Where you have to hit the A and then you have to hit
God, I
the
missed
button
that,
like
man.
3
I missed
times.
that.
Oh my god, that's why like kids today I guess they use the text language, but we had to
Yeah.
use that because we had to because it made the text quicker and you paid less, right?
Yeah.
Like when you
I was
put
really fast at just using the regular keyboard on an old time phone, and I missed that because it was really easy to do with one hand, so I could text and drive a lot easier.
beep 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 beep. I like
No,
my
I did
sidekick
not
because then
miss that.
I like the sidekick because then the whole keyboard would come
Oh,
off the
yeah.
side. That was the
I
best.
had that shit for a while. Yeah.
Tick, 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 tick. Yeah, that was good. So listen, Roddy, did you ever think we would make it here? 100 episodes. You started listening to us around episode what?
I don't know, made before 20.
Wow.
Before, so like in the teens probably. And then I went back and listened to those. Like if I started listening now, I don't know if I'd catch up, if you had to go back and listen. But man, 100 episodes. Congratulations to you and
Thank
to
you.
all you guys, man. That's a lot of fucking work.
Thank you.
My podcast, we're on episode 16 and I feel like I've been doing it forever. So I can't imagine what 100 feels like. You know what I mean?
Do you even know what it feels like, Justin?
Honestly, it don't feel like we've been doing it for that long.
No, it doesn't. If you
It
told
just
me,
flew by.
I would say a year maybe.
Yeah.
We're on 2? We're on 2 right
yeah,
now?
2 years.
Yeah, it felt like time flew by. Has the podcast improved? Is it the same old shit, Roddy? You got to let us know because we don't
It's
even
a-
know.
It's definitely improved the flow and the way you guys kind of, and you've done this from the very beginning, is just keeping it mixed up. Each episode is not like the last, so you keep us engaged that way. But at the same time, you always have these underlying stories that we're hoping to hear.
Right.
What happened to Mo next, and what happened to Justin next, and just shit like that. So I don't know. I think you've hit this really sweet spot of keeping it fresh, but at the same time, you got this these longevity stories that we have to keep tuning in to find out what happened next on. But we don't keep it boring. You don't focus on those stories. Those are just like little added bonus, I think. So
Thank you. I mean, number one is because I'm always bored, so I don't want to do the same episode, like the same type of episode twice. And also dealing with people like Justin and Mo, you never know. I mean, there's always something going on.
there's always something.
I mean,
going
even
on.
me too. There's always something going on, so it's not hard to get
To
something
spice
going
it up
here.
a bit, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's how it was just in regular. We'd always have something to talk about because there's always something going on. So we just brought that on the show.
That's
It's
good.
been a
Yeah,
fun
and
time.
that's it's so awesome, man. I mean, that's 100 more is probably gonna fly by, and it's gonna just keep getting better and evolution. There's always this evolution where you're not the same, but at the same time, it's I guess like the core, the essence of the show is still the same. So that's the good. Keep
Now,
that going.
what is the essence of the show, Justin? Do you know what it is? I have no clue what it is. What is the? Can you describe the essence of the show?
It's wild,
can you
man.
put it into
know,
words?
Our friends being loud. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's what it is. People that actually care. You guys care enough about each other to be able to talk shit. You know what I mean?
Justin, so do you have any comments on what it feels like to do 100 episodes? How do you feel about this?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. Like I said on the first 6 hour special, I never thought I would do a podcast, and just to hit a milestone like this, it feels pretty good. And to see you commit to something this for this long
Oh yeah.
is pretty good.
Yeah. I have never, I mean, besides maybe like jerking off and like eating or something, like I've never done anything 100 times in a row before. So this has been very, it's been fulfilling, I guess, to see myself do something 100 times like that.
You jerked off 100 times in a row.
Not in a row. I didn't mean in a row. I meant like in my life, not in a day.
He's committed to the.
I have a 2 jerk max in a day. Just so we're clear. I don't go over 2 in a day.
I remember one time when I was 13, I went for the big 10, man. I made it. 10
you
in
made
one
10?
night.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
What
Thank you.
what's left after 4? I mean,
What comes out?
It was 13. I was 13, man. There was plenty of jizz, man.
in puberty,
Yeah.
it's just coming out.
One after another, it was right back up.
Now,
Didn't have any problems getting back up.
Because you're a little bit older than us, so I mean, what is it? Pornhub? Was it magazines? Was it your mind? What do you?
All in the mind, man. I was 13. I remember the girls I was thinking about, girls I went to school with, and girls I liked.
13 off the dome.
Yep.
No Pornhub.
Nope.
Old
no,
school.
And back then we didn't have. I mean, if I wanted to watch porn, I'd have to download something. It would take me a couple hours to download it, like a 30-second clip. So it was all.
Oh my God! Now imagine, we could just buy it. Snap Effect, buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you could just, download.
That's why I couldn't be Amish.
Mm-hmm. That's the only reason for getting
it's the biggest reason.
Electricity.
The porno. Like I can live without AC, but I don't know about the porn.
I don't know about that. Why don't you just use your mind? I'd rather be in the AC and use my mind. I'll tell you that right now. AC is too good to let go. I didn't have an AC last summer, and like the summer before that, it was hell. I'll tell you that right now.
I can live without AC.
I'll throw Pornhub right. I'll throw the Pornhub right in the trash for an AC.
Do you have an AC right now? Is that what you said?
Justin,
I said I can live without the AC.
Oh, okay.
Like if this guy didn't come over and I didn't get the dogs, I wouldn't have it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, we always there's like I said, there's only like 2 weeks that gets really hot here, so it's like every year for 2 weeks we consider getting an AC, and then we don't.
You just make it over
That's
there.
what I usually say.
Yeah.
It's like 2 weeks of heat, and that's it.
You just make
Yeah,
it over
so-
a 2 week stretch. That's it. You just okay. Well, let's just make it through this.
Just turn fans on and
Take cold showers.
Exactly. Get the fans.
No.
Get the
no
fan
fans.
going. The thing is, I get the fan going and put the closed captioning on the TV because you can't hear what the fuck that's going on the TV with the fans on.
No, I've had my AC
So I feel like
blasted for days.
I feel like I read a lot during the summer.
I've had mine blasted for like 4 days straight. I only turned it off now so you don't hear it on the mic. It's gonna go right back on. I don't fuck around. I like it like an igloo up in here. No, thank you. But let me tell you, my piece on this. Justin, you are definitely correct. It feels good to commit to something 100 episodes. I don't know. I'm not saying I didn't think I was gonna do it, which I did say in the intro, but like I never even thought about it. Like I'm just like, all right, let's see how it goes. Let's see how many episodes, but it definitely doesn't feel like 100 episodes. That's for sure. Like if it doesn't feel like we've been doing it for 2 years. It feels like just yesterday we started. And the number one thing I was thinking about today while I was preparing for the show was how cool it is to see everybody's life improve from the first season, from when we started this. I mean, you could speak for yourself, Justin, but from what I see, everybody's life is in a better position than when we started the show. I was pretty fucking miserable. I was going through some stuff. I was not in a great place, which you probably didn't know. You would never know. But I feel way better now. Just things are much better now. And I feel like that's the case for almost everybody that did the show. So to see that is really, really cool. Like to see Dre and Stephanie in their new apartment, amazing. To see all that Mo got going on, for him to have Jasmine, amazing. Justin has some stuff that we can't say, right? You know what I'm talking about, Justin? That I was like, wow. And just the new dogs, the channel, all that he has going on, amazing. Just to see all that blows my mind, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what really got me today thinking about this stuff. And it's been fun.
Like I said before, this podcast really helped like me doing the channel because I get to show more personality and it's more practice to talk on camera. So it really helped.
Right. And if we didn't have the show during COVID, who knows what would have went on with us. I mean, we had the FaceTimes, which was good, but this was just something cool for us to focus on. And I get bored very easily. So if I didn't have something like this to focus on where I could do, I have the creative freedom. I could do anything I want, which the possibilities were endless. I can plan. I love just sitting around planning episodes, sending emails, recording. It was a real relief for me to have this during that time that we were all locked away, and just like it was a bad time for everybody. So to have this was awesome.
Did you ever think a podcast would get to this, like, because when you started, you had a different direction for the podcast.
I don't even remember what it was, but I'm sure I did.
And then it evolved into more of, our group and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think number one is I didn't think you guys would want to do it that much. That's why I was more like, all right, I'll just do it, a lot of them solo, and that's it, because I didn't think you guys would want to do it that much, but you guys were on board since day one, so I very much appreciate that, and that made the show a lot better. It filled the show out a lot more. Like Roddy said, there's more to talk about. So I didn't see it turning into this, but I'm glad it turned into what it turned into. And for us to find out about Chatterbait in the beginning of us making it, and then to have this season 2 Chatterbait models on, and Miss J,
full circle.
Yeah, full circle. We got Miss J on, who's, forget about her just being a Chatterbait model, but just a great guest. Shout out to her. Was talking with her a couple of weeks ago. That was just fun to see that right there. We got the free Chatterbait merch. That was cool. And then, like you said, full circle, season 3, we got some Chatterbait on the show.
Yeah.
So that was
great. Awesome. Those were both some awesome episodes for like more reasons than just because you had them on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. It was just a good episode, regardless of it just being a Chatterbait model. Is that what you were gonna say? I cut you off.
No, I think it's just that. Like I told you when it came out, the first one came out. It's like really humanized someone that works on that does that kind of work, and it's like she's not just a piece of ass on Chatterbait. She's a lot more than that. You know what I mean? And I thought it was really, I think it's important for that kind of thing, especially this day and age where so many women have resorted to that kind of work. It's like, they're still women. They're still good people. And I don't know, I think that episode just really kind of opened, I mean, I don't want to say my eyes were closed, but definitely opened my eyes a little bit more. And I'm sure anybody else that listens to that's going to open their eyes to realize that these are real people, good people. I mean, she was like, she's a kindergarten teacher back in the day and stuff like that.
Yep.
It just seems like real nice, real genuine people. She's not out there to do anything wrong in the world. So,
right.
So I think that was real important. That episode was one of your more important ones for sure.
Thank you. And it was a lot of fun. And they even said that when they came back on, they were talking about that too. We had DWG on, so it was cool to get it twice in a season. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
Because that was both this season?
Yeah.
Wow. Like I said, this season just flew fucking by. So let's get into, before we get into this season, because we're going to give our highlights of this season specifically, we got some clips to play, but we need to address something right now. Dre, if you remember on the 6-hour special, was talking crap about us.
Yeah.
Telling us that, every time y'all come on the show, y'all snitch on me and y'all bring me up. And we're like, what are you talking about? We barely talk about you. If anybody can say that it's Crow, we love talking about Crow. We know that when he's not here. When do we barely talk about Dre? You know? So I don't know where he was getting this idea that we come on and we just like snitch on him and badmouth him, whatever. We hired a team of, what do you call them? Auditors, which was code word for me at 4 a.m. combing through the episodes to find this evidence. And I didn't find shit except one piece of evidence. One. First of all, let me get to this. First of all, it wasn't me. Number one, because I think he specifically said me. If you go back and listen to it, let me know. Because he was like,
so, yeah,
it was
said.
gritty snitches on me.
Yeah.
Number one, Dway, wasn't me. Number two, wasn't on even a regular episode. It was on a Lost Files episode, which I know he ain't even listened to, so I don't know how he heard that. Because I know he don't listen to no fucking Lost Files. I mean, I'm 98% sure. So without further ado, let's get to this clip of somebody snitching on Dre.
Dre just sent me the trailer.
He's not sleeping? I thought he was sleeping.
Oh, Justin, you aired him out.
Oh, shit.
Damn, Justin. Wow, you just blew up Dre's spot. Oh. How do you feel about that, Stephanie?
Well,
Uh-huh.
Did I say Dre? I meant Tart.
We meant Mo. Oh, she's texting now. Oh, boy. What did you start, Justin? Now she's texting him.
Shit.
Are you going to text Dre, Stephanie?
I already did.
What'd you say?
I thought you were sleeping.
Exactly.
Weren't you sleeping? How could you be texting Justin if you're sleeping right now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, damn. Justin. Really? Blew my man's spot up, man. He didn't respond to anything yet?
Nope. And he's not going to.
You're going to act like he's asleep.
Uh-huh.
I'm sleeping. Oh.
I forgot about that.
So, I mean, what we got one.
Yeah.
We got one. Justin, would you like to comment?
I mean, I really got nothing to say. I snitched on him. But, you know, in our defense, his argument, like, he'll talk about me every week. One time.
Did he say every week?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said we snitch on him a lot. Like,
A lot. Like every week.
totally not true, false. Also, how would you know he told Stephanie he went to sleep? You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you snitched on him by accident.
Actually.
It wasn't like he said, yo, Justin, don't tell Stephanie I'm awake though. You didn't know that.
No.
It was just, it just happened.
Yep.
So if
So,
Dre would
I
like
don't-
to say something about this, I don't know, but I don't think he has much to say. I don't think he has much ground to stand on.
I don't count this anyway.
When else did we snitch?
No.
If you listen to this show for any length of time, for any significant length of time, you let us know. We'll give you a prize. If you can find evidence that we snitched on Dre and we deem it as evidence, we'll give you a prize.
It wasn't even a legit episode, so it don't count.
I think it counts, but it's just
No,
like,
no,
I know
no.
he didn't listen to it.
It
I
was a
know he didn't hear it.
pre-show. Go.
Stop.
No.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because that wasn't even supposed to be aired. That's a lost file, which means that's what we do before the show. So you know what, Justin? Take it back. We never snitched on you, Dre.
Technically,
Never.
And
I'm
you
bringing
said
it back.
on the show.
What?
He said on the show.
You're right, Justin. I take it back. That was evidence of you snitching on him off the air. Doesn't count. You're right.
Yep.
Fix that, Dre.
Fix that.
You lost. Because
Yep.
we told him 2 or 3 times in a row, season's ending, you got to come up with your evidence. I didn't see shit. Didn't we tell him last week?
We did.
We said, yo, next week, season's ending. You got something? I'm gonna look right now. I got it. I got it. Nothing. I've never snitched on Dre. I protect Dre. How dare him? Let's get into season 3. Roddy, why don't you start? Do you have anything you'd like to say before we play your clip? You have any thoughts on this season in total?
No, man. I mean, really, it's just going by like a blur. Like I told you off air. Originally, I was gonna say the Exorcist clip where Justin's wild and acting like the Exorcist girl, but then I realized that was season 2. So that's just how fast they're going. But the ones I chose, I think they were like at the very beginning of the season. So you kicked it off strong, and then throughout the season, it's just been wild. Just wild situation after wild situation for all of you guys. So.
Has it? Was anything? I don't think I really went through anything this season though.
The 48-second thing, or how much?
That was last season.
That was the last season.
Was it? I thought
that was
this
at the
Yeah.
end. I thought about that too. I was like, wasn't the cokehead thing this
That was
season? It was
the
last
end.
season.
That was the same with that was the same situation. That was the elevator girl, or was that?
That was
yeah. That's what I
That
thought.
was
So-
the last season.
See, I thought that was this.
So
season.
I think I came through this season pretty unscathed. I think.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Good for
From
me.
what I can remember.
Good for me. So let's play your clip.
All right.
This is Roddy's favorite clip of this season. My favorite part of my day was this morning watching Justin try his new latte. You've never had a latte before till today, right?
No.
Never had a
Not
latte
today.
before. You had the
No.
drive-thru with your mother, and I said, you know what you should try? You should have a mocha latte for the first time. You enjoyed the taste of it, right?
I did.
And then you call me back, and all of a sudden you are just on another planet. And I'm not even computing why. I call you, and you are just bugging out in your room playing Madden. That's like the first thing. You just, come on! Like I call this guy back, and it's like a whole different fucking person. This guy's like on cocaine after this
Yeah.
latte. He's like, come on, you piece of shit! You bastard, you son of a bitch! Yeah, come on, where you going? Where you going? He's talking to
Yeah.
the guy that he's facing in Madden, and you're beating the crap out of him, aren't you?
I'm fucking wired up. I make one good user play, and I'm the best player.
That was it. That was it.
Everybody.
Who are you
fucking
crossing?
sucks.
Who are you crossing? Get
What are you
sacked!
doing?
Get sacked!
What the
I'm
fuck
sitting
you
there like,
doing? There
what?
you're crawling.
I've never heard this man behave this way on the game before. I'm like, what the hell is he doing right now? My man is going absolutely bananas. That's right. That's right. Where you going? Touchdown. Yeah, I'm the best. Who's the king? The big prodigy.
Yeah.
My man is just
Look,
going
that's
on
That's
and
Madden.
on. on.
Like I said, you make one good play, and you're the best to ever play.
Well, that's
Everybody
you.
sucks. Yeah, but that's basically everybody.
And then I'm playing this video in the background. I'm playing this wrestling video, and this guy's channel intro comes on. It's like this little trap beat, and this guy just is, as soon as he hears the song, he's like, "Oh yeah, oh turn me up, yeah, oh yeah, oh." He's just like ad-libbing this man's channel intro out of nowhere.
It's a trap beat.
That
to the
was
The Undertaker.
that was
Like,
just-
yeah. Oh, give me up. Oh,
this man.
yeah.
And then at that moment, I was like, oh, this must be the latte, because this man is just all over the place. I'm just not even thinking about like the song. Next thing, yeah, turn me up, ooh, yeah. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you right now? And then it sparks in my brain. This man just had espresso for the first time. You never had espresso before till today?
I don't think I have. I don't know. I might have.
You were feeling it today, bro. You was fucking wound up.
Hi, guys.
There you go. Justin's first time having espresso. Do you remember this, Justin?
I remember.
I forgot all about this till he said something. I was like, oh, yeah. That was one of my favorite days.
I thought you were going to use that moment.
Didn't even remember it till he
Wow.
That was a good one. I was telling Gritty, it's a lot like to me it sounded like a cornholio situation, like you're Justin, and then we get wired up, you turn into Simfuckus. Like what he was describing sounded a lot like me, like those old videos. Like, oh, Simfuckus is back, just wilding out.
That's how you got to get him back out. You got to give him espresso.
Yeah.
Have you had espresso since then?
No.
I think we need to get you back on it. Did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
But you don't want to hurt your heart.
Yeah.
But you've been drinking coffee since then. You've consistently been drinking coffee.
Yeah, I drink it like 4 times a week.
Let me ask you a question. That Emma Chamberlain coffee cereal I sent you, would you try that?
Probably.
You would try that.
Is there a lot of caffeine?
Is there a lot of caffeine? It's Chamberlain coffee, so there's your answer right there. I mean, that shit is just crack.
Like a scale of 1 to fucking...
It's Chamberlain coffee. I mean, there's your answer right there, bro. I would say a couple spoonfuls will do. I wouldn't eat a bowl of that. You eat a bowl of that, right back in the ER.
No, I'll try it.
Cup of cereal will do. Not even. Half a cup for you. Because Emma don't play.
No.
You wanted something freaky? So
Sure.
yesterday, I was eating this meal, this pasta and chicken. And I had to finish it, but I was like really full. But I was like, I got to finish it. And there was like 2 pieces of chicken left. So I grabbed one of the pieces of chicken to like just eat it and like get it over with. And I pick it up and it's cheese. How did I think chicken was cheese?
What?
Yeah. I was like, bro, are you freaking blind? Like, what the hell? This whole time I'm thinking it's cheese. But then I'm watching an Emma Chamberlain video, right? And she's eating a burrito. And she literally did the same thing in the video 2 seconds when I'm done. She goes, oh my God, is this chicken? Oh my God, it's cheese. I thought it was chicken. I was like, yo.
Hey, but did
meant
you
to be.
dip your hand in the cheese?
No, yeah, it was like a piece of chicken because the chicken was the same shape as the cheese. It was like balls. So I grabbed the chicken to pop it in my mouth, and when I touch it, that's when I'm like, oh, it's cheese.
Is
I
it
didn't notice.
solid cheese or melted cheese?
It was solid.
Okay.
It's easy to pull apart. It was mozzarella.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought it was freaky how I'm thinking I'm dumb, and then Emma Chamberlain does the same thing in like 2 seconds later in the video. Ain't that freaky?
It is.
Another freaky moment. Justin heard about this. We need to delete TikTok because it's getting too crazy. I asked Justin a scenario the other day. I'm like, yo, let's say you're on Tinder, whatever. Do you want me to? Can I say this story?
Go ahead.
So I'm like, all right. Let's say you're on Tinder. You really like this girl. You've been talking for like a month. She's hot. She loves wrestling. She's everything you want. But you show up on the date and she's 9 months pregnant. What are you going to do? Or she's like 6 months pregnant. He's like, nah, she got to go. I ain't going to be no daddy. I ain't no baby daddy. Forget that, bro. So I'm like, damn, bro, that's savage. So we're just talking about, I'm just messing with him. Go on TikTok, and a couple videos later, there's a TikTok of a woman talking about a Tinder date she went on, and he left her because she was pregnant. How?
Well, now my phone heard you talking about it. Now it's going to come up on my TikTok. That's what it is,
That's
man.
China,
Those
bro.
always listening.
That's that
Those
China.
phones are always listening,
that's that
man.
Chinese app. They're getting crazy. They're too technologically advanced.
TikTok is crazy. I was talking to my friend last night about cause a YouTuber, and she pops up on my TikTok.
Boop, right there.
2 hours later.
Insane.
Just start saying like, I wish I could see more big-tittied, fat-assed women.
If there's any more on my TikTok, it just can't be. There can't be any more on my TikTok. That's all it is. That's all it is. Some wrestling. That's
It's
it.
like, yeah, and I don't look for it.
Yeah.
It shows up.
Not like I don't look for it or anything. It's just, it just comes up. It's just here. So, who's next? Justin. How did you feel about this season? Do you have any quick thoughts? And let's get into your clip.
I thought it was a fun season. Had a lot of moments to pick from, and I even said that if I send you a duplicate, I'll send you another one. But it was a fun season.
Here's your clip. let's go to Pasty.
Yeah.
What's up? And welcome to another episode of Gritty Knows Best. Yay! And on the show tonight is the artist formerly known as Simfuckus, Justin. Yay! So you're telling me, Justin, if you were on a desert island and in a genie bottle, and you had to decide between your powers and giving a man you know what, that you would go down on a man. Yes, you would. Because I'm preoccupied with your sexuality. Every minute of every day, I am preoccupied by Justin Simbitis' sexuality and accuse him of being gay over and over and over and over again.
You know what? He didn't start strong, but he ended very strong. He didn't. I think the voice threw me off at first because he sounds like he's doing. He sounds like he's doing a ventriloquist puppet,
Right.
which he loves puppets, and so does
That
Justin.
was good.
Whoa.
Mo, yo, what's up with Mo's cough in the background? My man sounded like he was dying.
I know.
I didn't think I even noticed that when I heard it the first time.
I didn't even notice it the 40 times I heard it till just now.
Right
I'm
now,
like,
it's like all we could hear. I think.
"Ah!"
Mine was dripping that night. If you look at the video, he was just swaying,
Oh, he loves to sway.
coughing.
Yeah, I gotta see him in the pre-show for the Apartment from Hell episode. My man looked crazy. He was like leaning back. That's why we kept calling him Ray Charles on heroin. He was like falling asleep. You gotta love the crow. You gotta give a couple crows. The crows are out, by the way. I didn't say that, but the crows are here to celebrate the 100th episode. There's hundreds and hundreds of crows all over. Roddy, you see any crows in Idaho right now? Look
They're
out the
out
window.
there, man. They're all over the place. That when his big comeback, I was going to tell you, the episode he came on, that was that one, right? The Apartment from Hell.
Yeah.
'Cause I listen to those things first thing in the morning. I go out there, and my wife goes into work at 4:30 in the morning
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, and that morning she did. So I go out to start her car like at 4 in the morning, and I'm like, what the fuck? I look in the tree, and the tree's all black. I'm like, what the fuck? And then they start moving. They were the fucking crows, and I'm like, oh, I know
Wow.
that. Like we're in for a good episode. And sure enough,
Wow,
the
that
crows
really
are-
happened? There was crows everywhere?
Yeah, there was just crows everywhere.
No way. Damn. So, Justin, why was this your favorite moment of the whole season?
It was one of my favorite moments because it was just so unexpected from Pastor. But then he took something from like an episode and he turned it into your impersonation. It was, and I didn't know where he was going.
Nobody
Because
did. We were like, what
There
the
was
hell?
something similar to that he said, but it was just so funny.
Yeah.
And it caused a lot of drama for like a month.
Yeah. A lot of people. I mean, Roddy, you were Team Pasty on that night, right?
The thing is, it's the thing with that. It was a big surprise factor with it too, especially just where he's a pastor. You don't expect him to talk about blowing a guy and stuff. So that added
Which
to
he
it.
didn't say, but he did. He
No,
what did he?
at the end he
Yeah.
says going down on him.
Yeah.
So
That
I'm
was,
like,
that
I
was as
got
far as he
close.
got. Yeah.
Yeah, but that added to it. But it's what I think is because he didn't win, and that's why people didn't agree with it. But the thing is, it was a impression contest, right?
Yeah.
It was like whoever did the closest impression. Now, if it would have been like who does the funniest skit or the funniest thing with it, then yeah, he wins for sure. It was a lot funnier than Justin's. But as far as the impression, I think Justin was still a little bit closer to what you actually sound like. His was more of it was just hilarious. It was off the wall.
Now you're saying sound like more in the voice or like just how I behave?
The voice, more of the cadence. I mean, he did it too, but I think Justin's was still closer. I think you did right in choosing Justin as the winner.
Wow.
Just because it was an impression contest. It wasn't a who made you laugh more contest.
That's what I was thinking too. You know, that was my mindset through the whole thing was Justin just sounded more like me, not in just just the way he talked and what he said. And I think Dre and Mo also tried the same thing, but Mo was just I don't know where he was going. Dre, I don't know what. Dre got intimidated because he said that I think Justin and Mo took his idea.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
stole his stuff.
So
he
he's
didn't know what to
he
do.
kind of didn't know what. I told him he should have just went with what he had because it's gonna be different anyway. You're not gonna sound like Justin, but I think Justin did the best. I've talked about it multiple times. Justin, do you think you deserve that win? Because you said Pastor should have won.
Well, now that Roddy puts it like that.
No. What did you think? Straight without Roddy.
Originally, I gave it to Pastor.
Hey yo. Uh-huh.
But now, I'm saying
That's a good one. We'll hear that one in the future. Shit.
It's gonna be on the highlights of what is it, the end of the year special.
It's like, shit, I didn't know Pastor was Catholic. Shit.
Oh. We should have a drum sound effect. Ba-doom. For those of you that don't know what that was, maybe you're just tuning into the show, you don't even know what that was from. That was from the 6-hour special. So we did a gritty impression contest. You should go back and listen to that if you haven't heard it.
the second.
The second, that's right. It was the second one. And as you say, it was the best.
Yeah.
Roddy, what did you think of the 6-hour special? I don't think I got your full thoughts on that.
It was really great, but I don't know if it was better. It was neck and neck.
Wow. You don't think it was better than the first one?
I think it was neck and neck, man. That first one, I think maybe it was that surprise factor with the first one also. Nobody expected it.
I thought this
And I
one
think-
killed the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I'm just going off the feeling, off that emotion of waking up and looking at the feed and being like a 3-hour episode and being like another 3-hour episode because I get those. It was split up in two on Spotify.
I always
And
forget that
so-
we didn't tell anybody about that.
Yeah, I think that's the only reason I'm thinking of them as neck and neck. Maybe if I can separate from that, maybe this one was a lot better. Definitely flowed a lot better because you planned it out and made sure, the last one had that organic feel where like the last hour was just you guys like getting into your fields and shit. That was-
Just trying to get the last dollar correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I mean, we kind of formatted it a little bit the same. Where the last one was, last hour was like, we had topics ready, but it wasn't like so planned out or anything.
Yeah.
We just kind of let it fly. The funny thing is, every 6-hour special, I'm pretty miserable. Like the first one, I was miserable definitely halfway through, and after that, I remember just being so dead. And then this one, I had what I believe was COVID. So that sucked. I mean, the last 2 6 hours. I hope this is not a freaking thing where every 6-hour special I'm gonna be sick or just miserable in any way. Let's hope that does not happen.
What do you do next? 12?
We're staying with 6.
Yeah.
We're staying with 6 for now. We
6
ain't
is
doing no
good.
12 yet. Maybe the next one. Who knows? You never know. We'll see what season 4 has in store. But I'll tell you right now, it ain't going over 6. We need to do at least 3 6-hour specials.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get into my thoughts. Justin, do you have anything else you want to say about the season, or you're done? Okay. So, let me tell you right now that this was the funnest season for me to make. I think I had the best. Why are you laughing at me?
I'm
Justin.
disagreeing. Go ahead.
Is that your agreement? Laughter? Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the funnest one for me to make. I think it was also because like I said, I'm just in a better place mentally and literally. I'm in a better place. Like my home is a better place. So I don't have to deal with, if you know that if you heard the sound bite of what my house used to sound like, I had to think of episodes and record episodes. I mean, remember, we used to have to record at like, that's a lot of the reason why we would record at like midnight.
Oh, it's
and
the only quiet time.
2
we had?
a.m. Yeah, because we only had quiet time in the house. So, although last season I was also in my crib, but I don't know, this one just felt like it just felt a lot better for me. We got some surprises with Miss J. That was unexpected. We got some good guests. I mean, we got Lee from the Church of What's Happening Now. We also got Zach, which was maybe one of our best episodes ever. Like, if we had to make a top 10, maybe even a top 5, I think that would go in there. I don't know. What you tell me, Roddy? What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, especially that was where you like really honed up on your interviewing skills too. I mean, you stepped over. You try not to step over him as much as you had before. So.
Oh yeah,
it was one of the best interviews. Yeah.
That was an improvement in my interview skills. 'Cause I remember before that I was like, I think I'm done interviewing people. I think I was done forever.
Right before that too, because we were talking about the one with Ben Scrivens the first time.
I told you that one too.
No, you told me about that one. How you felt like you kept stepping over him and stuff.
Oh, I think I stepped over everybody before Zach for sure. Every interview before that, I was talking over everybody.
But even the Ben Scrivens, the first one to the second one's a huge improvement.
You think so?
But, yeah,
I can't even remember. It was definitely. I think it was a longer episode too, right? It was like it just flowed better. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But I also thought Ben was on this season, but it was last season.
Was that last season?
Yeah,
also?
we didn't. The way this one fell, we didn't get Ben on this one.
Yeah, it's in October every year, so.
Yeah, because we have to, because we usually try to, when me and Justin sit down and schedule the episodes, we have to, it kind of is going to be different every season because we have to hit Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, so it just kind of falls differently on the calendar every time. So for some reason, we didn't get Ben on this one. But
So you were good with Ben, and then it came down like we said.
Oh yeah, that interview was that was not good. I was not good on that one. That was I have to delete that. So it was definitely the most fun though, and like we said, we got some good guests, and the taste tests I feel like were the best on this one. We had a lot of fun with tasting stuff. You got to remind me what the hell we ate on the 6 hour because I remember we had the maple syrup, we had the Chamberlain coffee bar, we had the Halloween stuff this year. But what did we do on the 6 again?
On the first one?
This one.
Was it the cake strips?
We tried the soda.
Yeah.
We
had the Coke Bite.
Did
What
we
the
have
fuck
Kit
did we do?
Kat?
Yeah, we did all the Kit Kats.
Yeah.
We did the Coca-Cola and like 2 other sodas, right?
We did the Pepsi.
Pepsi. Yeah, the Nitro Pepsis, right. So, I mean, me saying how great the taste tests are, I don't even fucking remember them. But I remember them being great, especially the last one, the maple syrup Pepsi and the Dr. Pepper one. I think those were like our favorites, so especially you with the Dr. Pepper. You still got the can, right?
Yep.
We got to get you another one of those.
Is that real expensive one?
Yeah, it was spent like 150 beans on that. Not on the can itself, but I think on the package between me and Justin, I think that was like 120. Yeah. So I think this was, I don't know, but if it was, I'm not going to say it was our better season, if it was the best season ever, but to me, it felt like the most fun to make. Valentine's Day was fun too. I mean, we just had a good time. Halloween in July. Let's get to my clip. Here is my clip for my favorite moment of the season. How was the Valentine's Day? Was Valentine's Day good for you?
So, honestly, I didn't do much for Valentine's. I honestly didn't. I had an idea. It didn't go through because what I wanted couldn't go through. So
It was
I was
last
like, you
minute?
know what? It was like last minute
Did
because
you want a
there's
horse
so
and
much
carriage to
happening.
pick her up?
Yeah, I wanted to order some flowers and shit like that. Keep it
Oh,
simple. But
okay.
everything was closed down because everything was like rushing throughout the week and I didn't have no time to
you
just
gotta
do what
that
I
a little
wanted
early.
to do.
You got to put that order in.
Exactly. So next year I know better. But what I felt like was right was I just kind of like opened up to some shit and I just like let that be known and just my own thoughts and feelings. So, and I thought that was even more valuable.
Your Valentine's Day gift to her was your thoughts and feelings?
Your God,
Yep.
you opened up.
Yeah.
Did you at least say a poem?
Wow,
No,
my man
I
said,
said-
my Valentine's Day gift to you is a solo podcast of my thoughts and emotions.
My feelings.
Wow. Congratulations, man. Hey, that's free. That's free, huh?
You know what?
$3.99.
I opened up I cried a little, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I did what
wow,
I
you
put some
cried.
real emotion into it. Yeah, I did.
Was
I
this
put some real
pertaining
emotion to
to
it.
your relationship with her or just anything, other things going on?
It contained into just me just opening up about like the past and like how having my family around, how that made me feel and shit like that. So it was like really just digging and allowing her to see like some real traumatic stuff and like important shit.
So your
that
gift
I
to her
wouldn't
was
let it.
your trauma. Wow.
Yeah, like let it in.
Yeah.
Yep, my fucking trauma.
Ladies, you let us know if you want trauma for Valentine's Day. I don't know. We'll see. But that was his gift.
That was
My
our
man
gift.
said,
and it was wrapped in such a beautiful way, and we had a wonderful moment.
My man
and,
said all the
I got
flower
an
shops
awesome-
were closed, so here's some trauma. Here's some trauma. Here's some tears. Here's some Mo. Here's some crow. Did you get her anything tangible that she can eat
Nah,
besides
Nah.
dick?
nah.
Did you even give her that?
Nothing.
You didn't give her dick?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
we
all
did
right,
that.
all right. I'm saying at least you give her something she could use.
Right?
Man said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my
It
thoughts.
was
Wait till-
amazing.
I'm sure it was amazing for you.
I mean, it was amazing.
Did she
for her,
get you
too.
anything?
She got me a little teddy bear with a teddy bear, not teddy bear, a dog with a fucking cup
Huh?
that said I love you.
The
but like
dog
in a
had a
dog
cup,
language.
or you? There was a
No,
separate cup.
the dog was attached to the cup.
Did it have candy in it?
Yeah, it had candy in it.
Oh, so
Nice
she
and
got.
simple.
So she didn't give you trauma. She gave you.
No.
She gave you normal things for Valentine's
She
Day.
allowed me to really open up and be real.
Ah,
and
so
I
it sounds like
couldn't-
she gave you the gift.
Yeah, she did. We both gave each other a gift.
Wow, Roddy, you're how long have you been married for?
We've been together for almost 9 years. We've only been
Wow.
married for a little bit, but
Okay, so
Yeah,
you've been
almost
together
9
9 years now.
yeah.
As a man more experienced than all of us in long-term relationships, how does trauma sound as a Valentine's Day gift for your woman?
I'm surprised
How would
they're
that
still
go
together
over?
after that, man.
How would that go over?
I'm just surprised they're still together after that. Holy shit! I mean, when he started saying that, he said it with such assurance, like it's
Yeah, like-
such a good gift.
I
Like,
love when he was like, what did I say? I said, oh, I said, oh, you must have loved that. Oh, yeah, no, she loved it too. She loved it. Like, what?
And then he got the teddy bear. It's like, oh man,
Yeah, she gave him something tangible.
yeah. And that's the thing. They're always gonna say they don't want something for whether it's a birthday or whether it's the anniversary,
Don't buy it,
whatever it is.
boys. Never
But
buy
it's-
that.
It's all they always want something, anything. Even I mean, buy a little couple flowers at the gas station. It's gonna be better than your
Yeah.
feelings.
And they
You should
deserve
be
some
given-
if that's your woman.
Should be giving her your feelings all day, every day, anyway.
Not all day, every day. You're going to tire him out. Don't give him your feelings all day. But,
Especially Mo.
yeah, you want Mo to give her
Okay.
his feelings all day?
Okay, yeah. Okay, maybe not Mo.
Can you
But when
please?
but when you can be honest all day, every day, you know,
Listen,
it's important.
listen.
But
There's not a day Mo isn't honest. Let's be real here. All right? We love him. We love him. Please ask your wife what she would do if you did something similar and get back to us on that.
all right,
If you sat her down and then, it was the anniversary came around and then he was
they
like,
didn't do nothing for that either.
he
huh?
was like, oh, I played video games and she watched. I was just like, what? Insane. But you know what? You gotta love Jay. She's sticking around. She loves the crow. What could you say?
Obviously, yeah.
She loves the crow. Ain't nothing gonna break them up. Nothing.
Doesn't seem like it.
Wow, no, there's got to be something crazy. I mean, and if you're a longtime listener to the show, last season was even crazier with Mo and Jay. With the church thing, I mean, it was too much to get into now. But Justin, do you have any thoughts about this clip?
No, it was a great clip. I was just shocked.
That's the one that comes to my mind when I think about the season. I go, that's the one. That's the episode right there. Beautiful. And I also really love this Valentine's Day episode, this one. I don't know if it was better, but it also had a different vibe from the last one. Like, I don't know if you can compare them,
Definitely think the first one is better.
even though you talked about stuffing a coffee container in your ass. Bro, how many people really believe that was you? Pastor believed it. I'm like, are you guys insane?
A lot of people believe it.
Come on, man.
It's about 3 pounds.
Ah, it's a
that's
big
awesome.
open space. Beautiful. What a beautiful season. Speaking of the crow, I think we all need to hear this again because a lot of you out there listening may have picked this as your favorite clip. So I'm just going to play it for y'all just to give you the satisfaction of hearing it again. Speaking of Mo, speaking of Miss J, we got to hear it one more time. The Dom off.
I'd like to hear you try to dominate me just in some words.
I got you.
Yeah. No, you can't.
I'm gonna have to ask
I
for
promise.
permission.
Oh, you want to have a Dom off? Go ahead, have a Dom off.
I gotta ask for permission.
You got to have a Dom off? I'll let
See,
you.
I already started off and shut your mouth right at the beginning.
I did.
All right, try it. What you gonna do? You
All
gonna
right,
choke me out?
You know what? Fine. Babe, I'm gonna just let you know right now. This is entertainment. This is my job.
This is fantasy for the girlfriend.
nothing.
Let's see. Who's the, you got the battle.
All right, now dom me, baby.
We're going to have the
Yo,
battle of
baby.
the Doms.
This is the oddest thing ever. I'm gonna accept the challenge. Grady, look away.
I'm not looking away. The
Look
fuck?
away.
I'm not looking away. I'm not in this. You ain't doming me.
Like gonna jerk off.
You ain't doming me.
All right, let me see. Give me a scenario. Let's do a
I
scenario.
think
Maybe
she wants
something
to.
that
She
you
wants
like.
a.
You're the
She
dominant
wants.
one.
She wants a dom battle. She wants to see
You
if you
want
could
a
dom
dom
her. She
battle?
wants to see if you could dom
No,
her.
he said he's gonna dom me, and then you're telling me to give him a scenario. Bitch, I just domed you right there.
You got. What are you gonna do? You
You
got to
just got
dom.
me.
You got to dom her. You're the dom.
Come on,
Come
I'm
on.
on, bring that
I am. Hold on. Let me think. I'm on a spot right now. It's a beautiful.
Yeah, you
Tell her
heard
what
my
to do.
positive
Here.
thing?
You gotta tell her what to do. Tell her what to do.
Mo, you get that cock out right fucking now, and you start stroking that shit, and you do exactly what I fucking say. And I'm gonna give you a countdown for when you can come, but you cannot come before I say. Now what you got?
Miss J, you've been working really fucking hard all fucking day. I need you to shut the fuck up right now. You've been talking to me for an hour, and I just need you on your back. Get on your back. Take this dick, and when I tell you to turn over, you turn over.
Oh, wow, I might turn over, but you're gonna fuck me the way I wanna be fucked. And if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you. Can you get down there and lick that pussy and ass for me? Because I know you like this big white booty.
Tell her about that big black cock, Mo. Go ahead. Don't flinch.
Yeah. Give me that BBC. You got BBC? Come on. Prove
Let's
it
go.
to me. Show it to me. Give it to
You're
me.
gonna have to wait until I'm ready to lick that pussy. You gotta earn that every second of that. You know how much I
Yeah.
love it. But you right now, I just wanna fuck you.
Yeah, you wanna fuck the shit out of me?
Bite on my
Yeah.
pillows. Bite on my
You think
pillows.
you
Make
should
make sure my neighbors hit on my walls again, bitch.
Oh, I'm a screamer, baby. Everybody will hear.
Say my fucking name like you mean it.
Oh, Mo. Yeah, fuck me hard. Yeah, fuck me harder, Mo. Gritty, you get in there too, baby.
Let's
You
go.
fuck me from behind, Mo, and Gritty, I'll be sucking your cock in the front.
Gritty,
Right,
can
I'm
you
not
handle
used to
that?
threesomes, but I'm down with that.
Gritty,
Are
you
y'all
have to-
gonna need a break after this? Like private
No,
room
you know
break?
what? Let's be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Somebody's getting hurt tonight, so
Jay, he's gonna take it all on his girl tonight. There you go. Maybe the best moment on the show. Maybe the best one ever.
Maybe.
Who knows?
It's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me and Crow. Didn't think that was gonna happen, but I mean, listen, he kept dropping the hints that he was a dom for about 2, maybe even 3 seasons already.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, you got to step up. You got to show what you got. And a lot of people think Miss J won. I think
Oh yeah.
anybody that doesn't think Miss J won, you're out of your freaking mind. Anybody have anything they want to say about that clip?
He's the minute Mo said, give me a scenario, he lost.
You knew he was done.
Yeah,
That's what
He was
Stephanie
done.
said too.
Yeah.
That's what Stephanie said. She was like,
He
"Oh
was
no,
done.
he already lost."
Yeah, you don't need it. If you're a real dom, you don't need any help.
Are you a dom, Roddy?
You know, really depends.
Oh,
I've
he's a
domed.
switch.
I've been dom. Yeah,
I mean, listen, nothing wrong with that.
it's a long life. You know, there's a lot to.
Some days you want to be like that. Some days you want to do
There's
this.
a lot to experience.
That's
yeah,
right.
there's plenty of experience. You don't want to lock yourself into one thing. You know what I mean?
Well, Mo's the Dom. Well, no, Miss J is the Dom. That is
Oh,
the ultimate Dom of the show. So there are all our clips. There's everything we got for this season.
Yeah.
What a beautiful show. Now, as I said, we are going on break for a month and a half. But we're not going to leave you hanging. We're not going to leave you high and dry. If you go on the Gritty Knows Best YouTube channel, you're going to see some content from us. And let's talk about what that content is going to be. We got 6 weeks. Number 1, week 1, we're going to have the big puppy vlog, as I said. Watch us pick up Justin's puppies, hang out with them, play with them. It's going to be a great time. Next up, we got the Pop-Tart taste test number 2. We're eating 3 more Pop-Tarts. Sadly, Mo was not involved in this one because he could not come down, as you know. So it's just me and the big Progy over there. Coming up week 3, we got the cereal popcorn taste test, where we tried Cocoa Puff popcorn and Cinnamon Toast Crunch popcorn. Coming up the week after that, we got the Lost Files Part 4. Can't believe there's 4 Lost Files already.
I know, right?
That one is like, and let me tell you, I had so much stuff this time. I had to listen to a lot of audio, and we're still building it. Always building Lost Files. For those of you that don't know what that is a collection of the audio usually we do before the show. Sometimes maybe we're not even doing the show. Maybe we're testing something out or whatever. But it's a collection of unused audio that wasn't for the show. This is our 4th one. And this one will definitely be on YouTube because we're actually going to have some video for some of these now. So you can see us. You can see Justin talk about putting his freaking socks in the fridge. The hell was that about, Justin? After that, you've heard me talk about this game many, many times, but maybe you don't even know what it is. You've never played it. You've never seen anybody play it. Left 4 Dead 2. You're going to see me, Mad Mitzi, who's been on the show, and Justin play a level of Left 4 Dead, about an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Justin got so frustrated, he quit at the end, right when we were going to win. So you can see him walk off the set like the diva he was, which, let me tell you, you're going to see in the beginning, I had way more problems than Justin. My stream was all messed up. Justin had like a couple of things we couldn't even hear. I'm done with this. I got to get out of here. I'm done. He got up. He left. It was ridiculous. Like, we were about to win. Like, we were like not even 10 minutes away from winning. We lowered the difficulty level and everything for him. Still left. But you can watch us play. He played most of the game. So there you go. And last, but certainly not least, you're going to see the new hot game show in town, Pasty's Quiz Time, where Mo and Stephanie compete in the game show. Because why, Justin? Why did we pick them to compete in a quiz show?
Because Mo was talking like, oh, Stephanie's so smart, and I can only talk to her about stuff y'all don't understand. And so I'm like, all right, let's see how smart you guys are.
And really, Stephanie got dragged into that because she never said none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Stephanie wasn't like, oh, I'm super smart, whatever like that. So, but she got dragged into it. And let me tell you, you guys are going to want to see this because it is a shocker of a game show. I didn't expect it to go the way it went. Wow. We were all stunned.
Yep.
Also, you're going to see that those will all be uploaded every Friday, which is, so we're going to keep the consistency of Fridays on the YouTube channel. But every Tuesday for 4 weeks, you're going to see Justin play one of my other favorite games, 50 Cent Blood on the Sand. Justin was talking wild shit about me playing the game on hard. So we're going to see how good he is on Schmedium. Were you on Schmedium?
Yeah.
You weren't on easy?
No, it's me.
Okay. So we're going to see how good he was on Schmedium. 4 parts. He did beat the game. Let's see how long it took. Let's see how he did. Roddy, what do you think about that schedule? What do you
It's
got your
great,
eye
man.
on the most?
I'm looking forward to it. You played that game on hard?
Me? Yeah, I played it on. I sound like Beetlejuice. Who, me? I played it on medium and hard. Yeah, I beat it. I beat it in like
difficulty
24
level.
hours.
I thought you meant you had like a boner.
Oh no, I didn't take a dick pill before I played the game. No, I wasn't. 50 Cent doesn't turn me on. I didn't know.
That's why I was like, who's in
No,
this
no.
game?
I didn't have a fucking boner during the game. No.
No, but now I'm looking forward to that. At least you're not leaving us high and dry, man. We got to listen to something on Tuesdays, and watch all that stuff on Fridays. That's going to come out on the YouTube. And
Is there anything you're looking forward to the most on that schedule?
the game show. Until you announced that it was for the video game thing.
Mm-hmm.
But the game show, really, I think that sounds like it's going to be.
That
the
was
best.
one of the funnest things we've done for the show in a long time.
And that's a good combination. I don't remember a time when it was like Mo and Stephanie.
No,
Like,
Valentine's
head-to-head like
Day.
that.
Yeah, so this is the only time.
And that was incredible. So
Valentine's Day and last season. Oh no, this season with the Christmas, right after Christmas, the second episode, where they got into a little spat about something. I think.
Yeah.
Now, this is the only episode that Stephanie and Mo are on where they don't talk about sex the whole fucking time, or something. Where they don't talk about relationships and sex. So tune in for that. Justin, what do you think about this?
I am excited to see the clips. I haven't seen the videos yet. After he edited them,
Stroke.
I can't say that. Edited them, and I'm excited to see.
I am definitely, I've seen it all, but like I said, the game show was one of my favorite things to edit, to do. It was great. Justin, talk to me. 6 weeks off. What are you doing with yourself? Are you playing with yourself? Playing with your dogs? Playing with yourself? That's what I could imagine.
Yeah, pretty much. Adding some filming for YouTube, and that's it.
You're still going to be doing your YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Because usually you'll take a break there, but nobody knows.
No.
Yeah. I will be reading. I will be eating. I will be chilling. And usually I don't not work on the breaks. Usually it's just a break from uploading. So I usually do like a couple of things here and there, get stuff ready for the season because, season 4. We got to
Yeah, we're gonna end up working.
We got a couple.
Busy.
I know what you're saying right now. You're saying that I'm going to call you at 2 a.m. and I'm going to give you a job and you're going to be upset about it.
He's gonna come up with something, and we're gonna record it.
Let's see. We do have that one thing that we need to record. You know what I'm talking about? For Halloween?
Yeah.
So we may record that over the break.
Yeah.
So, and we have to.
He did say you're working him like a dog lately. It sounds like.
Please. He's such a freaking liar. He had to play a video game and eat Pop-Tarts, and I'm working him like a freaking dog. He had to edit one thing. Such a drama queen. Such a drama queen. You had to edit one series, and that was it, and just eat, which you normally do. And today he's like, I got a stomach ache. I've been shitting all day. And then when I call him back 20 minutes later, he's eating a freaking Pop-Tart. Like, is that going to help your stomach ache at all?
I'm starving.
No. You gotta eat some rice. You gotta eat some
I
bread.
don't got any.
You need to go to the store.
I didn't want to eat buffalo chicken.
No, that'll fuck you up big time. That won't be good. Roddy, what do you think about this? What are you gonna be doing during the break when we're gone? Just watching the uploads and texting me about them, telling me that sucked.
Just looking forward to them, watching them, listening to everything I can, and yeah, definitely giving you my thoughts in between. What worked, what didn't work, what made me laugh the most. So.
And what you will also be doing is working on your podcast. Am I correct?
Yeah.
How's that
going? We're not taking any breaks until about November.
Talk about working like a dog.
We've planned a 30 episode season, so that'll get us through about November. We're trying to get backlog them enough to where we can stop before November and just keep uploading. But we're getting more and more stuff. We're getting more sponsors. We're getting more. We're getting. There's somebody that wants to do sponsorship and do like a scholarship thing where we would have people where we would have to donate people and give somebody a scholarship.
Whoa, my
we'd
man!
have people apply for a scholarship.
My man's for the community.
Yeah.
Damn, sending. We don't do shit for the community.
Yeah.
Only the Chatterbait community.
I never expected that, man. But when that came up, it's like, yeah, hell yeah. Me and my boy Oscar were like, we're all over that. We're like, yeah, we'll do that for sure.
So you're gonna be
And
sending people to college? You're saying?
Yep. Well, and that's the main reason I said yes to it when she was proposing it was because she said it doesn't have to be a 4-year college. If it's someone that wants to go to, like welding school or anything like that, they can get it too. So I'm like, okay, that's something I can get
That's
behind a lot
amazing.
better.
Justin, what do you want? What do you
You know
want
what
to do?
I was thinking of?
So can I just say this right now? Again, before we got on the show, I asked Roddy about his show, and Justin immediately starts laughing during his explanation of what's going on, and now you're doing it again.
The dogs. No, when you talk about putting people through college, I thought about Mo. When he offered to do that. What pastors
Oh yeah, that wasn't on our show though.
No.
Right.
But
Explain that.
That's what popped into my mind.
Explain that a little more.
The put you through college.
Pastor was like, "What? Man, what the hell? Anybody got no money for that?"
Yeah.
My man Mo's over there giving out fictional scholarships. Wow, people are gonna get a
I
nice
was
bill at the
laughing
end.
That. But that sounds good, Roddy.
That's amazing. Wait, so you said your friend Oscar? I thought you were solo. You work
He's
with
been
somebody like a
helping me
producer.
out, man. That's the thing. Actually, what you were talking about before about your show, where you guys were all in not as good places as you are now when you started. He was going through some shit, and then I asked him on as a guest, and then after that, he's just been my camera guy ever since. And
Oh,
he's
no way.
made like this last episode, he made an appearance. Like we made a whole new segment where the guest is going to try to befriend Oscar. It was someone that didn't know him, so they sat down and they tried to become friends. And just like I'm throwing him different fun stuff because he's into it too. So
Is he not a
So
friendly
that's
man?
what's that?
He's not a friendly man.
He is.
Okay.
He is, but is really different, way different than me. But we've always been really close. And
Okay.
so and the team's growing like that. What's that?
We should do that with Mo.
I was thinking
See
that,
how
but he'll
mu-
be friends with anybody,
Yeah.
with
Let's see
everybody.
how much he's telling them.
Oh yeah. Let's see how much he'll tell him in like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. How much have you learned about him?
Yeah.
I wish Mo was here right now, but he's doing his thing. He's actually been working on his own stuff during his little break there. So we may see some more solo Mo. Who knows?
Good.
But that's amazing that you got another teammate with you that takes so he's your camera guy. I noticed you have a good camera. What are you guys using?
It's my wife's camera. She bought it a few years back and she hardly ever used it. It's a a Nikon Coolpix.
Okay.
So
Nice.
honestly, the pictures aren't that great, but it's great for the video stuff.
It looks better than ours, I think. I'm like, oh, this guy got some quality. Got some quality.
Yeah, and I did, and that's
picture.
what when he came on as a guest, we just did it, just the camera just on one spot the whole time, and then we started talking. I was like, yeah, be the camera. And I was like, you don't have to be. And he was like, well, I don't know much. I'm like, you don't have to know much. Just zoom in on someone when they're talking, kind of move it around, make it a little interesting, so it's not just one spot the whole time. And
Wow.
it's been working out really good.
We got to get a camera guy, Justin. We got
Or
to
we
get on.
could get a webcam that moves around.
Goes around. We'll have the remote control.
Yeah.
Give people fucking.
Yeah,
Give
there's
people
stuff like that too.
vertigo.
Mhm.
That's awesome, man.
Let's hire Kevin Dunn.
Oh no, then everybody will be sick. Everybody will be vomiting. It's the guy that works for WWE.
Oh, okay.
So you've been how many episodes now? You said 15?
15 tomorrow, 16 comes out.
Wow.
And then Wednesday we're recording number 17.
And have you
So-
missed any weeks yet? Like we did when we started? Like you missed like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
We did, but not. It was funny. Like there's been twice when I was like, oh crap, I don't have anything put out. But it was holidays, so I just kind of made that excuse. It was like Labor Day
Oh,
week and then 4th
smart.
of July week, and I was just like, oh well, it's because it's a holiday. We didn't do one.
Okay.
So
So you use that as the guys. That's
Yeah.
slick. We just didn't say anything. We just
Yeah.
left.
yeah,
Until you texted us like, oh, somebody's listening. We got to get back on. I didn't even know.
but other than that, I've been able to put something out, at least a
Good.
couple solo ones, but a lot of guests, a lot. Once people start hearing about it, they've been hitting me up.
So you got 15 more until you break.
Yep.
Yeah. So you did the right thing and do like a schedule so you don't fucking melt down.
Yeah, and I'm learning from you guys. If I didn't know kind of a little bit behind the stories kind of stuff with your guys, I never would have planned like, okay, what are we doing for, like, how long are we going for? We would have just gone and gone and gone until we burned out. So
Yeah, I think if
Well,
we
thanks.
know anything, about podcasting, which is like 0.1%, the one thing we know is if you're going to make a podcast, you should definitely like maybe not do this the first season, but work, do as many episodes as you can and then kind of figure out your gauge of how many you want to do a season before you crash and burn. Because most likely it will happen unless you have like a big team around you. You're going to probably crash and burn if you're doing a lot of the work. So I say around 30, like you said. That's what we did. I think we did 33 because we planned it where it's going to be, we can't do it every time around the same because like I said, we schedule it for, we have to keep Christmas, Halloween, this, that, and the other thing. So maybe it'll be 30, 32, 33. But we did this one a little longer so we can hit the 100 and then we're done, right? Is that how we did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm
So,
not gonna hit 100.
yeah.
Oh, or else the season would have ended like at 97 or something.
98.
Exactly. So we were like, all right, let's two more. Let's just do two
Yeah.
more. So if we've learned anything in 100 episodes of podcasting, it's make a schedule for yourself and stick to it. It'll make you, it'll help your brain a lot more. Justin, have you learned anything about podcasting in 100 episodes?
I learned that there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just sit down and talk. There's a lot of planning. The machine that you use.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
So there's a lot that goes into it.
Right.
That's what I learned.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think we're done here. 100 episodes in the can, baby.
Actually,
Right,
Whoa,
yeah.
what?
we're not done.
Oh, we're not.
No.
Were you doming me?
Yeah, for season 4, let's talk about
All right, I forgot. Yes, I forgot to write
No.
this down. Nobody go anywhere because my man Justin is gonna have. We're gonna have to have apparently a contract negotiation, and these are your list of demands for next season, right?
I have a few demands.
Oh
I'm gonna
boy.
rewrite my contract, or else I'm jumping ship.
Who, Roddy?
No
You're gonna
name
move to
yet.
Idaho?
They're gonna come out here, yeah.
No name yet.
You're gonna jump ship to no name yet. Let's see how long you last there. He's gonna be editing you out all day. He has to
Right.
edit me out all the damn time. Go ahead, let's hear your list of demands.
The first demand, I want Gritty Knows Best merch for season 4.
Why don't you? I
I
mean,
demand that. I've been telling you how many times we need merch.
you know what really kills me about you, and that right there, is you have more. You could do that easier than me. Like you could have been done that and made a shirt. I don't know where this is coming from because
I need
you have
shirts.
that website that you use for your shirts.
Yeah,
All
but
you
you
could have
have
done is take the logo and make a freaking thing.
No, I need
Because I don't care
logo.
about merch.
I need a logo from you.
What do you mean you need it from me? Because you know where it is.
You're the host.
So why didn't you ask me to just send you the logo?
I did a bunch of times.
No, you didn't. Ow.
I did.
I don't remember that.
So, next demand, I require a birthday episode every year.
Oh my god! You know what? That's true because that might have been my favorite one to plan and execute was Justin's birthday episode. If you didn't hear that, wow! What did you think of that, Roddy?
That was good, especially the guy. What was it? A puppet?
Nimrod
Nimrod.
the frog.
Yeah, that was cool.
All right, so I can do that. That can
Okay.
be done.
The
Do you
third
want
demand-
a puppet every time?
No.
Okay.
You were trying to get him like a stripper or something, weren't you? At first,
We were trying to get him a porn star,
you should get him a puppet that strips.
like a Crank Yankers puppet or something, or like one of the what's that movie? Like America, what's that fucking movie with the South Park guys made the puppets? Team America? No, Team America.
18.
We got him like a crude puppet. That shit-
Really,
come on
yeah,
up.
see something like that. Like an erotic puppet of some
We'll have
sort.
to make one. Yeah. All right. What's your that's done. We
My
got you.
third demand, I only want to be on the big episodes.
Okay, no, we're not doing that. You're on any episode that I want you on. You're on. What are you, Roman Reigns?
Uh-huh.
You The Rock? I don't think so. We got a lot more work to do till we get there. I don't know about that. That is definitely a no.
And
Next.
my last demand, I must have a chocolate Dr. Pepper every show.
What?
Every show.
Whoa. Hold on. Let me do the math on that. Let's say this motherfucker's we're gonna go bankrupt. We're already almost bankrupt this show. Let's see. Let's do the math on that really quick. Yeah, I know I can't do math. All right, so that's about, let's say 65 because we're adding the shipping times 30. $1,950.
I'm on 30 episodes.
Huh?
I'm on 30
Well,
episodes.
okay, let's cut it. I don't know how many. So you could have just shut your mouth and got 30, but now you want to cut it? Okay. I don't know how many you were on, and let's say you're on 15 of 30. Well, you're probably on 20 of 30, right?
I'm about on 18 a season.
All right, so again, okay. 65 times 18 is it's not much better. 1,170. Roddy, what do you got going on over there? You got a savings account I can, borrow a little
man.
from?
I'm worse than you guys.
My man just had a kid.
How about a can for every big episode?
How about a can every season? How about a can for every birthday?
Okay,
That works?
that works.
That's negotiation. You negotiate like Eddie. My man said like 100 one time, and then he was like, "Oh, I'll do 40." I was like, "How the hell did you go that low?" Remember that? Didn't he say that on the 6-hour special? He was like, "I'll do 100," and then I was like, "I don't think we could do that next time." He was like, "Okay, I'll take 40." Some shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's all your list of demands.
Yeah, that's all I could come up with.
That's enough. So we're meeting, I think, like only one or two.
Yeah.
The birthday episode and the can.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Tune in next season to see if Justin gets his wishes. Do we have any loose ends that we need to cover?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have as many as like last season. We didn't have as many stories like ongoing. That's it. Listen, make sure you go on the YouTube channel. Gritty Knows Best on YouTube. Go to the Gritty Knows Best on Instagram and check us out while we're on break. Okay, and we will be uploading the Lost Files, the game show. I think it's just the Lost Files and the game show to the podcast feed. So if you want to listen to those, you can just listen to those. But go on the YouTube. Roddy, why don't you plug your podcast, whatever you want to plug.
Yeah, for sure. Go check us out on Instagram and TikTok at AltaRedPod, ALTAREDPOD. Yeah, especially if you know Spanish, you'll find it humorous. But if you don't know Spanish, go check it out anyway and learn some Spanish there. Other than that, I mean, just check us out. We're trying to post clips and stuff from the show to keep it entertaining. And of course, we're on YouTube at Roddy TV. Got a bunch of old stuff there that you can check out. So that's about it.
When will you be doing an English episode of Alter Red? Because we cannot make an appearance. Will there be an English episode?
Right now where we're getting into the groove of the Spanish podcast, I think we're going to start an English podcast because that's something that a lot of people are asking for. So it'll be
Really?
a different show, but yeah.
When do you think you may start that?
Just we're trying to get this wrapped up, the first season. So I don't know, later in the year, hopefully.
Okay.
Before the year's over.
How about if we come on a Spanish episode and like someone dumps over us?
That's an idea. I think that might work.
That might be good. That might cost them a little bit, but we could do that. Now we got to get somebody to do an imitation of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Para
That's the hard part.
español in there. We got to get somebody to talk like you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be double the money.
Or we could dub his voice, but have him talk like this.
Oh, like really
Give
deep.
him a really deep voice.
Oh my
And just,
god.
could you imagine that? Justin talking in Spanish.
The
like
opposite.
this. Yeah.
Oh,
Hola, soy
boy.
Justin.
Well,
Soy Justin Simbides y chécame ahí en el podcast de Greedy. Yes, and just be like, what the fuck?
and some of them you won't even be able to understand. They want to be able to translate because sometimes you don't be talking English. You don't be talking anything. It'll just be inaudible.
Yeah. there's
Justin, why don't do you have any final words for everybody and plug away?
Now, you can find me on YouTube at Justin Submigus. Go to my Instagram at RealJSubmigus93. You can see the puppies. I post them like every day.
Yeah, every day.
If you can't wait for the vlog, go in my bio, click on my link tree for all my other links.
So there you go. 100 episodes. Thanks for sticking with us. If you haven't heard the back catalog, this will be a great time to go back and check them out. Until next time, peace and love. See ya.